Most real estate agencies only chase the 1 to 3% of buyers who are ready to purchase right now. That means they're ignoring 97% of interested buyers completely. And the result? Inconsistent income, feast or famine cycles, and always competing with everyone else for the same tiny pool of ready buyers. But what if you could capture the full 100% of the market instead? What if you had 10, 20, 30 quality meetings scheduled with early stage buyers who genuinely want your help? That's what we're covering today. I'm going to show you the exact system we use, and that agencies like M²Nordic used to turn a €2,000 investment into a €553,000 property sale. Here's the reality. Some of these buyers will purchase in 45 days. Some will take 12 months, and that's completely fine. This is hard work. Nobody said building a real pipeline was easy. But it's also highly rewarding because these introductions convert to meetings at 30%. You see results fast. And the best part, you don't have to figure any of this out yourself. We've already done that. All you need to do is copy our formula. Let me show you exactly how. First things first, if you're going to build a pipeline with early stage buyers who take 3 to 12 months to purchase, you absolutely cannot manage this in your head, in email, or in spreadsheets. You need a proper CRM system. We use Close CRM, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Now, full transparency here. We have zero affiliation with Close. We make absolutely no profit from recommending them to you. We recommend Close because it's simply the best and most time-saving solution we've found. It has everything you need built in, and you can customize it however you like. That said, our framework works in any CRM. You could use HubSpot, which is free. You could use Salesforce, Pipedrive, whatever you prefer. It won't be as efficient as Close, and you'll need to do more manual setup, but it's absolutely possible. The key is copying our framework. Our approach to pipeline building works regardless of which CRM you choose. We've just picked out the best one because we want nothing but the best for our partners. And Close is, in our experience, the best. Here's what makes Close perfect for this. When you sign up, they've already configured everything you need. The smart views, the lead statuses, the calling system. It's all pre-built using industry best practices refined over thousands of sales teams. You don't have to set anything up, you just start using it. Let me show you what I mean. You can sign up for Close at close.com. They've got a free trial, no credit card required to start. Once you're in, this is what you see, your dashboard. On the left here, you've got your main navigation, leads, opportunities, tasks, smart views. Everything's already organized, but the magic is in these smart views. Let's click on smart views. Look at this. Close has already created these views for you. Hot leads first call. This is where your new introductions land. Daily calling list. Everyone you need to call today. Opportunity follow-up. People who showed interest and need nurturing. Leads to nurture. Early stage buyers you're staying in touch with. Untouched leads. Your safety net if someone slips through. These aren't things you have to build. They're already here, ready to use. Let me show you how each one works. This is your priority list. When you get new introductions from our platform or any other source, they land here automatically once you've connected via Zapier. These are the people you need to call first. Fresh interest, haven't spoken with you yet, ready to connect. Your job is simple. Call them and try to book a meeting. That's it. Don't try to sell property on the phone. Just book a meeting where you can have a real conversation. Let's look at the next view. This is your daily action plan. Everyone you need to call today shows up here. New leads, scheduled follow-ups, callbacks you promised, people who opened your emails. Every morning you open this list and you know exactly who to call. No guessing, no forgetting, no leads falling through the cracks. This is the list you'll use with power dialing, which I'll show you in a minute. It's your most important view. Opportunity follow-up shows people who expressed interest and need continued nurturing. Maybe they had a good first call but aren't ready to schedule a viewing yet. Maybe they asked you to check back in a month. They live here. Leads to nurture is similar. These are your long-term early stage buyers. Not ready now, but they will be. You stay in touch regularly, so when they are ready, you're the obvious choice. And untouched leads. This is your safety net. If somehow a lead hasn't been contacted yet, this catches them. Check this view weekly to make sure nothing slipped through. Now let's talk about lead statuses. This is how you track where each person is in their journey. Close has already set these up for you. Let me explain what each one means and how to use them. Potential. This is your active pipeline. They've shown interest, you're having conversations, building the relationship. Most of your early stage buyers live here, qualified, they're serious. Meeting scheduled, or they've confirmed strong interest and you're moving them into your opportunities pipeline. These are your hot prospects. Trial. You might not use this one much in property sales. It's there if you offer viewing packages or trial services. Skip it if it doesn't apply to you. Customer. Success. Property sale closed. Move them here and celebrate. Bad fit, wrong budget, wrong location, wrong timeline, or just genuinely not the right client for you. Don't waste time here. Categorize and move on. Not interested. They said no, but it wasn't aggressive. Maybe check back in 6 months. Circumstances change. Cancelled. They were interested but backed out. Track it. Learn from it. Move on. DNC, which stands for do not contact. They explicitly ask not to be contacted. Respect this completely and don't call again. You don't have to configure any of this. It's already there. You just move people through these statuses as you have conversations. As you talk to people, you're constantly asking yourself, which status should they be? And you update it. That's how the smart views stay accurate. They pull from these statuses automatically. All right, now here's where Close becomes absolutely game-changing. Power dialing. See this phone icon in the top right? Watch what happens when I click it. Close starts automatically calling through your list. You see the person's name, their number, any notes you've added. The call connects. When the call ends, whether they answered or not, Close automatically moves to the next person. You don't click anything, it just flows. This means you can call 50 people in 2 hours instead of spending 6 hours manually dialing, waiting, clicking, finding the next number. This is the efficiency multiplier that makes working with early stage buyers actually manageable. Without power dialing, you'd burn out. With it, you can systematically work through your entire list every single week. While you're on a call, you can see everything about this person, their previous interactions, any notes you've made, their interests, and you can take quick actions right here. Schedule a task, change their status, add them to an opportunity. Everything happens in one place while you're on the call. No switching between systems. No forgetting to log something later. Here's a critical tip that will dramatically improve your answer rates. Use local phone numbers. In Close, you can purchase phone numbers from different countries. If you're calling Swedish buyers about Spanish properties, get a Swedish number. If you're calling Dutch buyers, get a Dutch number. When someone sees a local number calling them instead of an international number, they're much more likely to answer. This makes a massive difference to your connection rate. Close makes this automatic. When you're power dialing through a list, it uses the appropriate local number based on who you're calling. You don't have to think about it. Go to settings, then phone numbers, and buy numbers for the countries you're targeting. It costs a few euros per month per number, but the answer rate improvement is absolutely worth it. Let's talk about tasks. This is how you make sure nobody falls through the cracks. When you talk to someone and they say, call me back next week, you immediately create a task. Call back on whatever date. When you schedule a meeting, you create a task for that meeting time. When someone needs a follow-up email, you create a task to remind yourself. Tasks are your accountability system. What gets scheduled gets done. Every task shows up in your task list. That's your daily action plan. and it shows up on the leads timeline so you can see the full history of your interactions. You'll never forget a follow-up again. The system reminds you, finally, let's talk about opportunities. This is your deals pipeline. This is where you visualize your entire sales process and track every opportunity through to closing. When someone moves from interested and researching to actively looking and serious, you create an opportunity for them. Now look at this view. What you're seeing here are example leads that Close has already set up for you. They give you these examples so you can see how the pipeline works before you add your own real opportunities. Notice the pipeline stages across the top. Close has already configured these for you. No show, demo booked, demo completed, negotiating, contract sent. Now these stage names are from their example. They're set up for a software sales process. But here's the important part. You can customize these stages to match your property sales process. You might change them to something like first meeting scheduled, viewing booked, second viewing, offer stage, negotiating, won, lost. The point is, this pipeline structure is already here and working. You just adapt the stage names to match how you actually sell properties. When you create an opportunity, you name it after the person and set an estimated value. That's your expected commission if this closes. See how each opportunity card shows the value, the probability percentage, and the expected close date. You can track all of this. Now look at the top. See annualized value. This shows you the total value of all opportunities in each stage. This pipeline view shows you your future income. Visible, trackable, and completely transparent. You can see at a glance. I have 2,800 in opportunities that haven't shown up yet. 42,000 in demos booked, 60,000 in completed demos, and so on. For your property business, this might look like 150,000 in first meetings scheduled, 500,000 in viewings booked, 800,000 in serious negotiation. This is what separates agencies that build real businesses from agencies that just react to whoever walks through the door. You're proactively building a pipeline of opportunities, tracking every stage, knowing exactly what's coming. And remember, all of this is customizable. The stages, the fields you track, the way you organize it. You can adjust it all to match exactly how you work. Close gives you the framework. You adapt it to your business. Now, how do you actually get your introductions into Close automatically? We use Zapier. If you go to the Lead Sync section in your dashboard, we have a guide that walks you through the exact setup. It takes about 5 minutes. You connect your account to Zapier, connect your Close account to Zapier, and create a simple automation. When you get assigned a new introduction, automatically create a lead in Close with all their information. That's it. From that point forward, every new introduction appears in your Close account automatically. You never manually enter data. It just flows. Once this is connected, your morning routine becomes very simple. Open Close, check your daily calling list, click Power Dial, start booking meetings. That's the system. Let me recap how to get operational in literally 5 minutes. Step 1. Sign up for Close at close.com. Free trial, no credit card required. Step 2. Go to settings, then phone numbers, and purchase local numbers for the countries you're targeting. Higher answer rates, automatic selection during power dialing. Step 3. Connect your leads to Close via Zapier using our Lead Sync guide. Takes 5 minutes and introductions flow automatically from that point forward. Step 4. Open your daily calling list and start power dialing. That's it. 5 minutes of setup, then you're making calls. You don't have to configure anything complex. Close has already built the perfect system for you. The smart views, the statuses, the pipeline stages, it's all there. All you need to do is use it. Now, I need to be completely honest with you. This system is simple, but it requires discipline. You need to make the calls. You need to book the meetings. You need to do the follow-ups. You need to update the statuses. You need to nurture the relationships over 3, 6, 9, 12 months. It's work. Hard work, but it's the work that builds a real business. This isn't a magic press a button and get 12 sales system. If that's what you're looking for, this isn't it. But here's what you get when you do the work. Agencies using this system book meetings with 30% of their introductions. They build pipelines worth 100,000, 500,000, €1 million or more in potential commissions. They get 10 times ROI because they don't let opportunities slip away. M²Nordic invested €2,000 and closed 553,000 using this exact system. That's the power of systematic pipeline building. Your choice is simple. Do you want to keep chasing the 1 to 3% of ready buyers and competing with everyone? Or do you want to build a pipeline that captures the full 100% of interested buyers and compounds over time? The system is here. The tools are ready. You just need to use them. And so now you have the system, the CRM infrastructure that captures every introduction, tracks every follow-up, and shows you exactly who to call every single day. But there's one critical piece missing. What do you actually say when you call? That's where most agencies fail. They have the system, but they use the wrong script. They say things like, "Hi, we bought your contact from a lead generation platform. Are you interested in property?" And of course the person says no, because that's a terrible way to frame it. In part 2 of the early stage buyer playbook, I'm going to give you the exact script we use to convert 30% of calls into scheduled meetings with qualified, interested buyers. It's the same script that works for us, for agencies getting real results with early stage buyers. The script that turns these introductions into actual conversations, relationships, and eventually sales. If you implement the CRM system from this video and the calling script from part 2, you'll have everything you need to build a pipeline that generates consistent, predictable revenue. The system is worthless without the right words. Part 2 gives you those words. Set up your Close account now. Get your local numbers. Connect your leads via Zapier. Then come back for part 2. See you there.